ChavezzSlovakia. This vid dropped way quicker than I thought it was going to. Also, got something stuck in my teeth. I've been flossing, and now it actually feels like I get more things stuck in my teeth now. Like now I notice that things have been stuck in my teeth. I don't have dental, so I've been flossing. All right, let's get this shit, bro. Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai. Death battle. Pick your team. Dude, I gotta go with my homie, Afro Samurai. And I already talked about this in the chat, bro. I already know it's some hype shit. Samurai Jack is legit. I even played the video game on Cartoon Network where you gotta train up and shit. You know, when you train with that African dude to help block shit. You gotta do them dodge rolls and stuff. But one thing I cannot do, even though I've seen both of the anime, I've seen the Afro Samurai movie too. I had Afro Samurai on my PSP, ChavezzSlovakia, in high school. Every episode of the anime on my PSP, which I would watch multiple times, bro. Over and over again. And so even though it's a hard choice and everybody's tripping on the choice, it's so hard for me to roll with Samurai Jack when I've been down with Afro Samurai for so long. So I'm already going with Afro. I already know that. But I'm down to watch this shit, bro. I'm so excited for this death battle. This is gonna be so good. I actually have no idea who's gonna win this shit. So let's get in it, Mo. Let's get in this shit.
Among the soldiers of history, the samurai is one of the most prestigious and dangerous.
Y'all know samurai are my shit, right? Y'all know that?
Two of the best of them in a fight to the death.
That's my shit.
Samurai Jack, the warrior prince lost in time.
And Afro Samurai, who's one cold-blooded mother effer. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Long ago, in a God damn it. Not right now. Come on. I'm trying to watch something. Ah, okay.
Distant land. Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed in unspeakable
the evil that is
But
Aku.
a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me.
So much murder, bro.
And that nameless samurai became known as Jack.
Yeah.
Jack was out.
Jack.
Jack was
That's
Doesn't
funny,
really
that's all from
strike
one
fear
episode.
into
That's
your
just that
enemies.
one episode.
Young Jack was the son of a Japanese emperor who had imprisoned Aku years before. However, upon Aku's return, the emperor and his army were quickly defeated. The last of all hope remained in the hands of his son.
Yeah.
Oh, look how small he is.
Sad
Well,
and
to
shit.
prep for beating the snot out of Aku, little Jack traveled the world, training with the best of the best.
Most
Some
notably, he learned horseback riding
that's
from a
so
sheikh,
true, though.
staff fighting in Africa,
That right
wrestling
there, that staff fighting right there, and that wrestling, that was in the game,
from
the old
gladiators,
school game.
axe throwing from a Russian boyar,
Yep.
mounted combat from the Mongols, martial arts from Shaolin monks,
And archery from freaking Robin Hood. You know, everyone's favorite talking fox. Ooh, da lolly.
Wrong Robin
Ninjutsu,
Hood.
sailing.
That's your opinion.
He literally does it all. The best thing about Samurai Jack, because even though he has all that formal training, he's got some shit that never stops. His wisdom, right? He's one of those samurai that's always got a good moral compass and does the right thing. He's resourceful. The dude's a fucking survivor. And he will smurder your bitch ass. He has murdered so many people in that damn show, which most of them bleed oil. But I think that's just for TV ratings. I think if there was real people, he'd have killed them just the same. I'm just saying that. I don't know that, but I'm saying that's what shit that
Jack's
makes him
progress
legit.
was exceptional. At just 8 years old, he defended a whole village from a band of marauders.
All before he could even legally drink the good stuff. 17 years later, he was ready for the final boss. He just needed one more thing. His pajamas.
His katana.
Katana, pajama,
That shit can cut
tomato,
through
Alfredo. It's
anything,
all
too.
the same. But before Jack could put his training to good use, Aku pulled a bitch move and zapped him hundreds of years into the future.
What a waste. Just like when you spend 4 sleepless years struggling through college and then find out too late that nobody cares about your English major.
I thought you
Damn.
graduated from the School of Evil Science or something.
Well, you still have to pick a major.
Should have chose a more practical one, Wiz, like mine. Anyway,
Poultry
even though he
science.
was trapped in the future, Jack stuck to his mission to get back to the past and take down Aku. And he had the right weapon for the job.
See, Aku cannot be harmed by conventional means. Thus, a special blade was forged by gods from Norse, Egyptian, and Hindu pantheons.
Seems
This
indestructible.
mystic sword
Yeah, it
is
does.
nearly unbreakable and absolutely
Pure heart to
incorruptible.
wield. Yep, that's what I'm
And
talking
boy,
about.
is Jack's katana an extremely effective weapon.
It can absorb and redirect energy, including fire. vaporize beings of evil, and slice through nearly any
spectral
substance,
enemies too.
even adamantium.
The Wolverine super metal?
Adamantium.
Why is that there?
Probably just coincidental naming, but it is shown to be stronger than steel.
Of course it is. So the sword's pretty awesome, but so is Jack. He's strong enough to push over this giant pillar, tough enough to survive a fall from orbit, and fast enough to defeat 6 bounty hunters in the time it took for 1 drop of water to hit the ground.
Dude, and look at all the different styles, like hot, he's a fucking astronaut, he can fight in space, he's in a fucking desert, he can fight in arid climates. Step your survivability game up.
Timing the drop, all this had to have taken place in about 1/3 of a second. He's like a ninja samurai. Ninja Mirai.
Actually, he is trained in ninjutsu, which probably helped when he was forced to dodge beams of sunlight.
Look at that!
For this one in particular, it's clear Jack began dodging after the beam was fired. By examining both Jack and the beam's movement frame by frame, we've concluded his highest reaction speeds must be nearly 70% the speed of light.
What the
Damn,
fuck?
that's fast. What can he do? Next thing you'll tell me he has the power to fly or something.
Well, Jack can't fly, but he did learn how to
Jump good.
yes, that. By strapping a giant boulder on his back, which compared to his height can determine to weigh 39 tons, Jack learned how to leap high enough to clear these trees.
Crouching tiger, hidden samurai. These trees are pretty big, and this jungle has a bunch of these ugly baboons running around. And if I were a betting man, which I am, I'd say that this is the African rainforest, where the average tree is about 130 feet tall.
Wow.
Tips on Jack from my basketball team. Guy's got hops.
We haven't even mentioned the time he survived several exploding missiles with his friend, the Scotsman.
I love the
Why
Scotsman!
does he look so familiar? Well, I like him.
So
With
cool.
so much talent, it was only a matter of time until Jack found his way home and defeated Aku once and for all.
Transformed into a
It took
chicken,
a lot longer
bro.
than it probably should have. 50 years, in fact.
Yeah, good thing time travel makes you stop aging for some reason. But Jack's a
Nah,
good-hearted
that's
soul,
genes.
like a
He's like
Boy
Jackie
Scout who
Chan.
hasn't discovered Twitter yet.
Definitely like Jackie Chan, bro.
He can be pretty gullible when it comes to more devious opponents. Also, he continues to prolong his lonely journey over and over just because he frequently puts the needs of others before his own.
That's what I was
Still,
telling y'all.
The forces of evil should watch out for Samurai
Watch
Jack.
out! Okay,
Who else wants some?
that's lit. Now show them who the real
The
samurai
stories that
is.
surround the 2
Let's
sacred
go.
headbands are as many as the men who died in their pursuit.
Yo,
What's so special about some strips of head cloth?
Legend says they were created by the gods, or they can grant the wearer supernatural powers.
this is really
But in
hard.
truth, the headbands only bring pain and
It
loss.
does, yeah.
Such was the case with,
With
Afro Samurai.
Wait, did his parents really call him Afro? Talk about setting big expectations.
Well, no, it's a nickname, but even if they did, have you seen his dad? I think they knew what to expect.
Ambidextrous,
Damn,
yeah.
just look
And he wears
at
the
him.
number one
Hey, look,
headband.
he's got the number 1
Enjoys a good joint.
headband.
Here's how this works. The person who wears the number 1 headband
literally
is
just
said
about
to
to
rule
explain
the
it.
world.
Right.
And the only person who can challenge the number 1 is whoever possesses
Number
the number
two.
2.
Yeah.
In contrast, anybody can challenge the owner of the number 2 for the right to wear that headband.
Right.
And thus gain the right to challenge the number 1.
So, like, you just work your way up so that only one guy in the world can challenge you?
Right.
Where do I get one of these headbands? Then no one will mess with me.
Actually, the opposite would probably happen, which young Afro witnessed firsthand when some freak named Justice showed up with the number 2 and killed his father right in front of him.
Yep.
Why does this always happen? You know, I always thought parenting was the hardest thing about being a dad, but at this point, I think it's just actually staying alive if your kid's ever gonna do anything great. Or just sticking around for them.
Despite knowing that he was effectively creating a future challenger, Justice left Afro alone to mourn his loss.
So, of course, Afro swore revenge and started learning swordsmanship under a swordmaster named Swordmaster. Who the hell is naming these people?
Through
Hey,
Swordmaster's
fuck you,
training of
alright?
sword
It
mastery,
worked.
Afro learned the traditional samurai fighting styles of Kenjutsu and Kendo.
Kenjutsu is all about how to kill an opponent as fast as possible, while Kendo is more about discipline and being zen and stuff. Naturally, Afro preferred the more kick-ass one.
And what's cool about both of these samurai too is that both of them didn't really have a lot of dialogue. Not a ton. I mean, they still talked a lot, but like with the Batosai, the samurai, right? He talked a fucking ton. He talked so much. And these two guys will go the long portions of these episodes without really saying much of anything. And that's really nice for the storytelling and their personality.
Right. Swordmaster's goal was to refine Afro's body and mind, instilling upon him a sense of honor, or Bushido. But that didn't quite mesh with Afro's thirst for vengeance.
So when he found out that Swordmaster had the number 2 headband all along, he knew what he had to do.
He killed him. And you knew he was gonna.
And now he could take down the guy who killed his dad.
Alongside his new friend, / burden, Ninja.
Oh, come the f*** on!
Hey,
where'd this guy come from?
Now don't we look like shit? How you been, man?
Well, it's not entirely clear. He's there, but at the same time, not. Ninja is believed to be the guardian of the number 2 headband. But all he ever really does is talk, and talk some more.
He got arrows and grenades and shit! You ain't got no chance, dude!
Though it's also possible Ninja is simply a figment of Afro's mind, brought about by psychological stress.
You know, I have an imaginary friend.
Aren't you a little old
That's
for
like
that?
a huge
Not
spoiler
for Al
if you've
Gunn.
never seen it, by the way. God damn.
He's a gun who also talks to me. He tells me to do stuff.
Okay. Anyway, to be honest, calling Afro a samurai is a bit misleading. He's actually more akin to a ronin, a samurai with no master.
Yeah,
and
no shit.
so, with his swordsmanship perfected, Afro wandered the world searching for justice, carrying an arsenal fit for revenge.
Including his father's sword. This super long blade has lasted through decades of battle without much issue. Perfect for kicking some ass.
He also has a steel comb, which can be a surprisingly effective offensive and defensive tool.
And since he doesn't care about that honor BS, he's not afraid to play dirty by attacking with his sandals.
But while on the road to justice, Afro's number 2 headband attracted all manner of dangerous enemies. Luckily, he's more than capable of dealing with each and every one of them.
He's strong enough to cut other swords in half, throw his sheath through another guy's throat, and even tear off metal arms.
Pretty impressive, as many modern metals have tensile strength as high as 80,000 pounds per square inch.
Afro is fast enough to cut bullets out of thin air, even a laser beam.
I should note that it's not a plasma-based beam. It bounces off reflective surfaces, doesn't explode upon contact, and it's literally labeled a laser. This means Afro blocked a beam that moved as fast as light. More than 670 million miles per hour.
That's the baby right there.
That laser beam came from a robot version of Afro. Talk about metal. This Afro droid could easily smash up a car, and our boy Afro just tore it apart.
Yeah,
he survived getting hit by rockets, including this RPG that fragmented a giant cliff face.
Wow.
RPG in a backpack?
That commentary is lit.
I think I smell math coming.
This tree nearby is most likely a Japanese mountain ash, which can sometimes grow as high as 30 feet. With that in mind, we compared its height to the fragmentation created by the explosion, and compared the resulting surface area to the shear force for granite. With this, we deduce the RPG's highest possible explosive yield must be around 72 tons of TNT.
Damn, what kind of mega rocket launcher are these guys packing? And where do I get it?
And he stood in his way, and Afro didn't get through them all unscathed.
But by the end, he cut down justice, took his revenge in hand, and proved to the world that Afro Samurai is number 1.
Why you gotta kill all my men? Why you gotta kill me?
Nothing personal. It's just revenge.
That's it. That's it. Cold motherfucker.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
So good. All right, here we go. Oh, the animation is so lit. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Yes! Is Ninja gonna be here?
Your sword smells of blood.
So does yours.
Alright. He's already got the move. Look at that behind the back shit. Already got the move. Now you gotta watch for that dirty shit, bro. Samurai will kick this dude. They just testing each other out right now. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You better watch out. Jack, remember the episode where Jack fought blind though? He literally can fight blind though. I'm just saying. Oh, he getting pushed back. Uh-oh. His eyesight's back. Oh, wait. He didn't know he did that. Jack is a survivor, though. It's not going to be that easy.
Huh. You jumped good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh! Oh, he's cutting him up! Oh! Shit! Come on, Afro! Oh! Oh, shit! Alright. He got his sword back. Let's get it! Bro, come on, no.
Gonna get his arm back, or?
Damn.
Afro was an exceptional warrior, and his skills would absolutely dominate most sword fights. However, Jack has had a lot of experience with opponents who fight dirty, and Afro could not stand up to his physical superiority.
Yeah, Afro never showed strength like how Jack lifted that 39-ton boulder.
No.
Jack could react as fast as 70% the speed of light. Afro did block that light speed laser beam, but based on the distance between him and the Afro droid, he only needed to react around 21% the speed of light to do this. Still putting him at impressive relativistic speeds, but not even half as quick as Jack.
Oh, man.
Also, while Afro survived that mega-sized RPG explosion, don't forget how Jack survived a fall from orbit.
While it does seem the spacesuit was responsible for Jack surviving re-entry, it certainly can't be held solely accountable for the final impact. Starting his descent from the Kármán line, or the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space, Jack covered a distance of 62 miles in just under 7 seconds, moving well over terminal velocity.
Thanks to being
So he was tougher and a little bit quicker. Best samurai showdown ever. Yes, that was satisfying, man. That was so satisfying, bro. Yeah, the Afro did his thing, bro. That's really good. Everybody's saying that is pretty, they were pretty happy about that shit. That shit was great. I'm still kind of sad, so I don't have a whole lot to say. My man Afro was taken down, but it was a good ass fight, and I fuck with Samurai Jack, dude. How do you not like Samurai Jack, fam? But for me, I just had more moments with Afro Samurai, and that had a lot bigger impact in general. And I actually only liked Samurai Jack to begin with because of Afro Samurai. But they had a great ass, they threw down and shit, so that shit was dope. I'll see y'all later, ChavezzSlovakia. Peace. God damn.